Okay, so the thing about creating charts that shows a breakdown of different costs. It's entirely up to you how you present this. You could do tons of charts. You could look at loads of different bits of information. And the more you look at, and the more you decide to look at, and the more you decide to investigate, the better your actual grade's going to be, because it shows originality and it shows that you're thinking about the data in front of you and what you could use it for. I will give you some examples of things I would have done, but I'm not going to do the full extensive list because I don't think it's fair to give you all on a plate and everyone gets the same grade. Right, if you're an A grade student, you should be able to think outside the box and go, oh no, I'm going to make a chart that analyses this. I'm going to do a chart on this. I'm going to do a chart on that. You might even make new tables of data where you've copied bits of data from other places and make a new chart on it just so you can analyse. The whole point of being able to make a chart is like, right, I want to think about what this all means. I want to be able to represent it in a nice, easy to look at way. And people use charts all the time to help them see a clearer picture of just the numbers, and they're a really useful tool. So I'm going to show you how to make a pie chart. Now, what I'm going to look at is a breakdown of the costs for a fake. Okay, so let's have a little look. We highlight this block here, and I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to use a pie chart. Alright, you can use lots of different types of charts, but I'm just going to use a pie chart for now. Alright, so this is a breakdown of the costs for a fake. Alright, what are we spending the most on per animal? So as you can see, the most money being spent on the animal is food. Right, and let's cut this and let's put it on the page, and costs per fake. Alright, come back to the animals. If you want to do the same titles there again, highlight that one top row, and I believe it's control, yeah, fine. So it will select that and it miss out the fake. So we're going to do the same thing for mystery, and I'm going to go to insert, I'm going to go for a pie, I'm going to go for this, and cut, put it in the charts. I'm going to call these breakdowns. Breakdowns. Okay, so these are two charts I could do. There's loads of stuff you could do charts on though. Let's look at something else. Right, so which animal requires the most space? All right, which animal is taking the most space up? So highlight animal, hold control, and total space needed. And we could insert a bar chart. We could do a column chart. So which animal is taking up the most space? Yeah. As soon as you can start doing this, you can start thinking, right, well, which is taking, well, what kind of data can I analyse? Animal space used. Okay. So we can see that fakes are taking up more space than mysteries. Anything else we could do? Overview. Space available. Meter squared. But yeah, we could do that. Let's just do a. I'd like doing pie charts, but you know we could play around with this. So cut it and put it on your charts. Right, those of you who are going to get top grades are going to think of interesting things to investigate. Okay, What we want to do here is actually change that. Just noticed I don't like this, so I'm going to just I'm going to cut this completely. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to overview. So we started off with space available, office space. Space used by animals. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a simple formula. See, I'm already noticing how I can improve my sheet just by looking at the charts. So it's really useful to do the charts. That's equal to the total amount of space used. That plus that. You can include all of them. Let's make a new chart then. So insert. You see how your chart, your sheets can all look different eventually, just purely based on what you're doing. So there we go. That's what I'll do is I'll put a list on Moodle of the different things you could consider making charts for. But I showed you how to make a bar and, well, a column and a pie chart. There may be additional types of things you want to use, like maybe have a look at using scatter charts. Again, there's lots you can do. Let's look at staff. You know, what's what's costing us the most? So control, so which job versus what are we spending per year on them, right? So insert, it'll give you a actually see we're spending most of our money on the carers for the animals. So you wouldn't think that from the outset, but you are. You're spending most of the money actually on animal care. So most of the budget you're getting has been spent on animal care, like food. Actually, sorry, on staff for the animal care. So nearly 110 grand a year out of your 500 grand budget is spent on staffing different animals, or 200 grand actually. So a lot of money's been spent there. So there you go. There's lots of different charts and things you can make, and they're really important because you can use them in your report you're going to write on what you've learnt so far. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording there. There is one more thing you can do actually, and I'm going to do another video on that just to make it straightforward.